Today on the CTV News at 5, good news on the progress of a Fort Macleod teenager badly beaten and left to die in a house fire. Plus, $1 million shot in the arm for U of L health research thanks to a local businessman. And the country's top women's basketball teams hit the hard court at Lethbridge College, vying for the national title.
CTV News with Jackie Scantlebury.
Good afternoon. There is some good news today concerning a 17-year-old Fort Macleod boy who suffered life-threatening injuries in a vicious assault over the weekend. Friends of the family say that the boy, who's been on life support, is now awake and talking. He has also been removed from life support. On Saturday, firefighters pulled the teenager from a burning home in Fort Macleod. The boy was airlifted to Calgary, where he underwent surgery. RCMP confirmed that the boy was the victim of a violent attack at the home before the fire even started. No one else was injured in the blaze, but the family lost most of their possessions. We spoke to the teen's father by telephone today, and he says his son is now talking, eating Jell-O, and has improved considerably over the last 24 hours.
They took the breathing tube and all that stuff off of him. He's been much better. And today they disconnected a lot of his intravenous stuff, so yeah, he's doing much better today. This morning they actually made him walk around the ICU unit. So yeah, and then they walked to the shower, took a shower today, and like we were very happy that he's finally, coming out of it and starting to remember people and things.
A 13-year-old boy who was living in the home has been charged with attempted murder and 4 counts of arson with disregard to life. The accused is scheduled to appear in court later this month. Meanwhile, a Lethbridge man wanted on a Canada-wide arrest warrant has had another run-in with the law. 26-year-old Tyler Leader is believed to be with 17-year-old Samantha Bellimer of Coaldale. She's been missing since last August. Since then, the two have been spotted in Leduc, Tomahawk, Evansburg, and Moose Jaw. Leader is facing several charges in Alberta, and he's now wanted in relation to an armed bank robbery in Somerset, Manitoba on March 8th. Anyone with information on either his or Bellimer's whereabouts is urged to contact RCMP or Crime Stoppers. A Lethbridge man facing child pornography charges is back behind bars tonight. 28-year-old Patrick Rickman was charged in 2009 after a memory stick containing graphic images was found at the University of Lethbridge. In November, he began representing himself at the trial, which is scheduled to continue in May. Today, Rickman was back in court, this time in Calgary. He's charged with breaching his bail conditions, which include not using computers or cell phones to access the internet. He'll remain in custody until his next court appearance in Calgary tomorrow. A retired Lethbridge police officer accused of selling guns illegally will stand trial. 63-year-old Daniel Francis Bennett is charged with 9 counts of weapons trafficking stemming from a Calgary police investigation that dates back to June of 2010. A total of 16 firearms were seized, including a machine gun. Bennett was arrested in October. His case has now been moved to Calgary. A trial date is to be set April 5th. He has elected to be tried by judge and jury. And meanwhile, the case of a Florida man caught at the Coots border crossing with a huge cache of weapons made a brief court appearance this morning. Last month, border guards found 75 firearms, including 48 handguns, a blowgun, a pistol, crossbow, and 12 high-capacity magazines in the man's pickup. It's the largest handgun seizure ever at the crossing. 54-year-old George Foster is facing 10 charges, and today his lawyer told the court he was working with the Crown towards resolving the case at Foster's next court appearance that's scheduled for March the 30th. A preliminary hearing has now been scheduled for 3 Lethbridge residents charged in connection to an alleged Ponzi scheme. In July, RCMP arrested 63-year-old Marissa Campanelli Pettarelli, 42-year-old Anthony Pettarelli, and 36-year-old Claudia Pettarelli. The trio allegedly operated front row tickets and is accused of defrauding the investors out of more than $560,000. The 3 have pled guilty to the charges and elected to be tried by judge alone. The preliminary hearing will determine if there's enough evidence to go to trial. Rather, they did not plead guilty at this point. It is still going to trial. It's scheduled for January 7th to the 11th in Lethbridge of next year. The list of fire bans across southern Alberta continues to grow because of all the dry, warm weather we're seeing. The list now includes the city of Lethbridge, county of Lethbridge, MD of Taber, MD of Willow Creek, Cardston County, county of 40 Mile, and Cypress County. The ban prohibits all open fires, and fire permits are also cancelled. Dory's here with the weather and windy and more wind.
Yeah, something new for southern Alberta. We never see the wind down here. Yeah, right. Well, the wind warnings are in effect. We're expecting gusts across Lethbridge and other regions in southern Alberta to hit 100 kilometers per hour tonight. But, we're used to those kind of winds in southern Alberta, aren't we? So as we get into the weekend, though, the winds will reduce, and then we have a chance of seeing some precipitation. I'll tell you all about it in a couple of minutes.
Thanks, Dory. The University of Lethbridge is receiving a major donation from a well-known southern Alberta businessman.
Some of them, they say you're going to give too much money away, whatever.
Tom Droog is donating $1 million to the Faculty of Health Sciences. Droog is one of Alberta's most successful entrepreneurs. The Bow Island resident started Spit sunflower seeds before selling the company to Pepsi in 2008. Droog's gift allows the university to establish the Emily Droog Chair in Complementary and Alternative Healthcare. This will be the Faculty of Health Sciences' first ever endowed professorship. The award is named for Droog's late wife, Emily, who lost her battle with cancer 2 years ago.
It is scary from the word go. And when most of them, when Emmy heard the word cancer, they don't hear nothing. The doctor keeps talking for an hour, they don't hear nothing. It's cancer, and they say, now what? And if you got the options, and the medical profession is good, but the alternative, there is some absolutely good too.
And the professorship will enable evidence-based research to explore the issues and care practices associated with complementary and alternative medicine. This research will be the first of its kind in any institution in Alberta. It's been 6 months since Alberta's distracted driving law came into effect, but it appears some drivers still haven't gotten the message. Regional police have issued 254 tickets between September 1st and February 29th. Of those, officers say 250 were for using their cell phone while behind the wheel. The fine for distracted driving, $172. And that adds up to $43,000, $688 in Lethbridge alone. The law bans drivers from talking on cell phones, texting or email, using electronic devices, reading, grooming, or entering information into a GPS unit. The Alberta Landowners Council is holding a last chance meeting tonight to inform the public about the province's highly contentious land bills before the upcoming spring election. The public information meeting will focus on the government's recent announcement on the land bills 19, 24, 36, and 50, now that the government is going ahead full steam with them. The meeting gets underway tonight, 7 p.m. at the Lethbridge Lodge. And Lethbridge is hosting their own conference based on a speaker series that has become very popular online. TEDx Lethbridge showcased some of southern Alberta's most influential speakers in fields ranging from science to politics and the environment. TED is a global set of conferences with the motto, "Ideas We're Spreading." Local organizers say they wanted to play off the success of the series TED Talks to give local professionals and students the chance to share ideas on the same stage.
I went to TED 2 years ago and experienced it firsthand and got the feel of the room and the excitement of the room. And as soon as we put the name out there, the registrations came in just because of TED, regardless of who the speakers were. So tying into TED, it brings in a whole bunch of eclectic ideas into one topic in one area, and they get to share ideas maybe that haven't been shared before.
Organizers say they're already working on versions of TED conferences for both U of L and youth speakers. And turning to the markets today, TSX closed up. Here are the closing numbers.